the subways, the bridges, the tunnels. that's built on bagels.
Here we go. Tompkins Square Bagels on Avenue A by East 10th Street was founded in 2011 by Christopher Pugliese, and it specializes in hand-rolled bagels. They boil them and then they're baked on wood planks, and like the old-fashioned way. They have many different flavors, and they also specialize in lots of different cream cheese, which they make themselves. So we're gonna go inside, check it out, watch the bagels being made, and talk to the owner, Chris. Usually there's a line out the door to get inside, especially on a Saturday. But because of the coronavirus lockdown, many people, including NYU students, left New York City, and the restaurant is suffering. That's why we're highlighting this business, as it really needs our support.
Well, my name is Christopher Pugliese, and I'm the owner and operator of Tompkins Square Bagels. We have 2 locations in the East Village. I opened this store up in 2011, December 15th, 2011. We've been open about 9 years. It's been a great 9 years, a lot of fun, met a lot of great people, really feel like part of the community. I've always sort of had a foot in the East Village. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. But as a kid, I was lucky. I lived in Gravesend, Brooklyn, and we were right at the F train. So, 12, 13, 14 years old, I was always hopping on the F train. My mom is probably finding this out as she watches this. Brighter place to be, there's a lot of creative energy, it's a lot of fun over here. So I knew I wanted to open down here.
Here are some of their amazing homemade cream cheese flavors. They usually make 40 different flavors, but because of coronavirus, they've had to cut back their offerings to the best sellers. They also have delicious homemade salads and varieties of smoked salmon for you to order with your hand-rolled bagels.
I wanted to have something for everybody. My store, the bagel store, when I was a kid, that was a place for everybody. The Wall Street guy would come in, the postman, the teacher, the taxi driver, the lawyer, and everybody would come in and chit-chat and hang around, and there was no pretension to it. So I wanted to keep my prices low enough to keep everybody involved. When they're telling me they're staying away from bagels or they're staying away from gluten, I tease them that I say, hey, the subways, the bridges, the tunnels, that's built on bagels. We learned this in the restaurant business. You do things the right way and people will respond to it. I had a lot of people at the time when I was opening machine suppliers, equipment suppliers telling me, kid, you're nuts, you're crazy. They didn't want me to get a kettle. We boil the bagels in a kettle. They were trying to convince me to buy a steam oven and skip the kettle boiling process. They were telling me your water bill and nobody cares and it's easier and your labor. And I stuck to my guns. A lot of the ingredients we use are a little more expensive. Sweeteners like barley malt and types of flour we use. There's tons of ways to skip and chintz and save a lot. Exactly. And over a year you'll save a lot of money, but your product won't be. So I kind of gambled that if I give people the best I have, they'll respond, and they did.
Now we're going to watch the entire process from start to finish on how to make a hand-rolled bagel. First, you need to mix all of the ingredients, including flour, brown sugar, malt, salt, yeast, and warm water in a mixer. This industrial-sized mixer can prepare 100 pounds of dough at a time, and that's exactly the amount we're watching being mixed. When the dough is mixed and ready, it's divided into smaller sections before the bagels are rolled by hand. We were amazed by how fast Celestino worked, and you can see that all the bagels he made are perfectly uniform in size and shape. How amazing is that? Now we're going to watch the hand-rolled bagels being first kettle boiled and then baked, which gives it that New York style signature delicious shiny crisp crust with a soft chewy center, just the way we love them. In this open kitchen setup, anyone can watch the bagels being boiled and baked. First, the bagels, which were hand-rolled downstairs in the basement, are brought up to the kitchen after resting for a while. Then, they are placed into a large metal kettle of boiling hot water. They're boiled for a few minutes before they rise to the top of the water, and a large skimmer is used to take them out. Then the bagels are rinsed with cold water before being arranged in rows onto wood planks. Then the toppings are added to both sides of the bagel. This is the Everything Bagel, which has toppings of onion, poppy seeds, garlic, sesame seeds, caraway seeds, and coarse salt. That's James's favorite type.
Yup.
Then the bagels are put into the 550-degree oven and baked for a few minutes on the wood planks. After a few minutes of baking, the wood planks are removed, but the bagels continue to bake in that rotating oven. The really remarkable remarkable thing was that Tony, the head baker, keeps all of the timing of the different racks of bagels in which he's working on and baking simultaneously inside the rotating oven in his head. And he knows just by looking at the rows of the bagels as they come up around when each one is ready to either rotate or take out of the oven. I mean, it was really amazing to watch. When they're finally finished baking, they're taken out of the oven and placed into wire bins to cool. Now we're going to speak with Christopher again about the large variety of bagels they offer at Tompkins Square Bagels. Just like the limited amount of cream cheese flavors he now sells, Chris is also only selling a limited variety of bagels because of the coronavirus shutdown. So Chris, tell us, what's your most popular?
So the most popular bagel is the Everything Bagel. It's the Michael Jordan of bagels.
Right here? Yeah.
Yeah, we have everything.
And whole wheat everything?
Whole wheat everything. Yeah, so by far, so like we sell everything else. And then probably the French Toast, which is a hybrid of French Toast and a bagel. Probably need a nap after you eat one, but they're awesome.
In addition to the regular bagel ingredients, the French Toast Bagel has some additional brown sugar, cinnamon, maple syrup, and eggs added to the dough mixture. This specialty bagel is really a hybrid of the French toast and the bagel. That's so cool. We're definitely trying one of those. Most of the individual bagel flavors are $1.50 each, but the specialty bagels, including cinnamon raisin, blueberry, and French toast bagels, are $2.50 each. The gluten-free variety of bagels are $3.25 each. Tompkins Square Bagels also has a large variety of specialty sandwiches available, all with unique neighborhood names and references to famous people. Those toasted bagels look amazing. Now we're going to check in with Christopher again and visit the shop's hot breakfast sandwich station.
Earlier, if I was going to do breakfast sandwiches, I was going to do them right. Like, I built a kitchen, everything's made to order. I won't pre-make anything. If you see those giant lines on a Saturday or Sunday, it'd be very, very easy for me to have the guys come in an hour early and cook a bunch of eggs and pre-fold them, and we'll slap them on as the sandwich orders come in. But I won't do it. You know, I'd rather have a long line. I gambled that people would wait and not get angry. You know, they give me their time, and they do. You know, there's something to be said for taking your time and doing things the right way.
That egg, cheese, and bacon bagel sandwich looks really delicious. Christopher also spoke with us about the effects of the coronavirus pandemic on his business.
The lockdown happened. I basically sat the guys down and I said, look, we got two choices here. We could stay open and I could try to find a way to make it work, but everybody's going to have to work at minimum wage, which we don't do here. I try to pay people always like $3-4 above minimum wage, and management, everybody went down to minimum wage. I said, what do you want to do? They said, we want to work.
Wow.
I mean, business is down 80%.
Wow.
80% have not paid rent. One landlord deferred our rent, and the other landlord allowed me to pay half of the rent.
Right, but that's just temporary. I mean, eventually it will.
He's already asked me to pay full rent for July. People are more than customers to me. You know, they're my extended family.
Right.
And you know, one day you're seeing them every day, and the next day they're gone. You know, we've got some things like the Tompkins Square Bagel dog and the skateboard. Those were actually gifts from customers that just really liked the place, and they would just pop in and say, "Here, this is for you," which is really, really cool. Makes you feel good.
So we're back home from Tompkins Square Bagels, and we got a couple of bagels, and this is their Sesame, and their most popular is their Everything Bagel. And Chris suggested, I've never had before from Tompkins Square Bagels, their French Toast Bagel. And he said, what I've got to try it with is their birthday cake cream cheese. So it's like a birthday cake, you know, it's got the colorful sprinkles, and I have a sweet tooth, so I'm all for this. So let's give it a try. I didn't want to put it on it because we had a lot of things to film, and by the way, I wanted to just take a little note that this French Toast Bagel usually has a lot more powdered sugar on top, but all the bagels were put into one bag, so kind of like, you know, came off, and a little bit of the, you know, sesame seeds and things, poppies got on this, but I dusted it off. But that's, you know, for traveling home, it looks good. So here it looks, the center of it, because I already cut it open, and wow, look at that birthday cake cream cheese. Let's spread that. A generous helping. Nice. Oh, it's so pretty. So this is what I'm gonna have on my birthday for breakfast then. What could be better? All right, that looks like a good amount. Okay, so let's close it up. Give it a try. Here we go. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, it's so delicious. And it's like, it's sweet and creamy, but not overly sweet. It's not like it's a dessert bagel. I mean, you could definitely have this for breakfast. But you could have it for dessert, because it is definitely on the sweeter side. Oh, Hudson, no, not yet. Sit. You're very impatient. You can have a piece of bagel, but not this one. This is mine. And I want to just say that all the cream cheeses are made, not only do they make the bagels which we watch them make by hand, but all the cream cheeses are made at Tompkins Square Bagels fresh every day too. So before Hudson dives into these bagels, let's take another bite and give it a yes. Extra good. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please hit the subscribe button and notification bell and give it a thumbs up and share our video if you liked it. You may also enjoy watching some of our other videos highlighting unique small businesses in New York City, including lots of food spots who are struggling now in a strange and difficult time due to the coronavirus shutdown in New York. Be safe, and bye guys!
Bye guys!
And order online for delivery if you can.